Hello there. This is going to be a general love reading for all signs. And I have been busy the past couple of days. You haven't seen me because I've been getting tattooed back to back 2 days in a row. So it's extremely swollen right now. You can actually see that. It's not done yet. We need one more session to fill in the mandalas. But pardon my Popeye arm today, but we gotta work, okay? So anyways, if you guys wanna check that out, I put a little reel of it on my Instagram. And also I did a live today on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. That information is below. Click the word more and all my info comes up. If you wanna check that out, you know, either the live or the little reel I did. Here we go, back to work. Sexual encounter. Very first card that pops up. Someone here is extremely physically attracted to someone. There's great desire here. They're very there's a physical reaction when they're near you or they think about you. I just heard it's undeniable because their body reacts. You know, like you can say, well, it's not what I'm feeling emotionally, right? Physical reaction, you can't fucking deny. There's a physical reaction when this person thinks about you, is near you. There's a physical reaction. Now, whether it's the chills, whether they feel fangs throbbing, there is undeniable physical reaction. It's very intense. It's not the first time either. It's like past life, multiple life kind of shit. It's like a growing desire. I don't think you've been physical though. Like, I don't feel like there's actual physical intimacy. It's like if you guys have been watching Bridgerton, right? All 3 seasons. You know how when they're in the vicinity of that person, they're like, you know, it's physical, like, but they're not touching them. It could be physical, like it's casual. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, it's great to see you again. There's no sex. How do you know that, Missy? I'm telling you, I can feel it. No sparks. And then confession. It is so like Bridgerton. I mean, of course, I watched Bridgerton season 3 as soon as it came out. 45 minutes after it was on Netflix. So trust me, I'm up to date. But all of the seasons of Bridgerton, such as even like Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen, it's where it's hidden. Surfacely, there looks like there's nothing there. It's a poker face, right? Or they're not showing this extreme physical attraction. But see, the word confession means it's growing where the water is about to boil over, right? The water is about to boil over. There's a storm brewing, luscious. It's all about physical attraction. They think that this particular person, someone thinks someone is ripe. You know what I mean? Like it's the right time. Like someone's waiting for the right time because luscious. You can't eat the fruit the same day you plant the seed, but also you don't want to pick an unripened fruit because it's not going to taste so great. I heard patience. Oh yeah, see, head over heels. I mean, yeah, so it's not just physical reaction and it's not just physical attraction. It's literally, this won't leave the fucking bottom of the deck. I don't know if you guys keep seeing it. It will not leave the bottom of the deck, full bloom. Because this particular feminine is in her divine feminine state. See that? I swear that fucking card would not leave the bottom of the deck. And I was just like, okay, I'll wait to feel when I should grab it. She's in her peak. She's the pick of the litter. She's ripe. I told you she's ripe. She's fully bloomed. This means if you're coming in as a divine feminine, this means that you have done your healing. You love yourself. You don't accept crumbs. You don't settle. Your vibration is at a higher caliber. obsession, bottom of the deck, and perfect match. There is this obsessive energy coming through. Remember, no sparks, so they wouldn't show it. They would try to wear a mask. I mean, this energy has been coming up nonstop for like 1,000 years. I mean, let's be dramatic about it, but doesn't it feel like that? You know why, right? Because it's Tale as Old as Time. In all the great love stories, I mean, that's fucking how it is. They just hide it and they just don't show it. I mean, why do you think all these movies and books are about that energy? Because it's like how it is a lot of the time. You know, not always do you meet a person and they want to fall in love. I want to fall in love, so I'm just going to go for it. Not always. Sometimes there's just, sometimes it's just that, but this is a perfect match. These two people come in at the same, in the same vicinity of vibration. They're clocking in like at around the same vibrate. They're at the same caliber. So you are meeting you a you. They're meeting them a them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you guys are very well balanced. Late night communication. There could be some sort of communication that comes in late at night. But the obsession energy feels like they can't stop thinking about it. It gets to this one point where they can't stop thinking about it. You have devotion. This person is a very devoted type of a person. They love confession. You have love confession and a love offer. Everything here screams that the fucking pot of water that has been simmering. For some of you, this is how it started. A cold pot and cold water. That's how it started. And then, boom, some sort of just flame pops up. Some sort of just spark happens, right? And then it starts to get warm. So for some of you, there was a warming up period, and that's not going to be for all of you. But for some of you, there's like a warming up period. There's like this period of, it's a slow burn. It went from cold to warm, simmering, boiling hot, and it just boils over. That, and again, this is a general reading. It's not necessarily going to be for all of you, but for a huge portion of you. Well, whoever I'm channeling this for, this is their story. This is how it happens. It's a slow burn. But it doesn't mean that the spark wasn't there immediately. And you know, the coldness on both ends could be that both people weren't sure, both people weren't looking. See, you have chaser. This means that this fucker is going to go from that whole, like this, just like in all the Bridgertons, just like in all the great love stories, like Pride and Prejudice, and I mean, fucking everything else we can imagine, 50 Shades, and it is a great love story, okay? Don't fucking argue with me. 50 Shades was a great love story. They turn into the chaser because the fucking pot of water boils over because it's brewing and it's hidden and it's just, it's like the lava below the surface, right? At some point, it's just gonna blow. I mean, my God, you have confession, a love offer, and chaser. It's just gonna blow. There comes a point, and I know that you're going to say it didn't happen yet is the fucking key word. There's going to be a point where it does. And if it doesn't for you, then this is not for you. But also, we have to remember one very important thing. We all have free will. We all have free will. Someone can choose not to do the right thing. Someone can choose to self-sabotage, right? That's the great thing that we were gifted, was free will. So, you know, Hidden Truth Oracle, you came closer than anyone. So you got in. They got in. You got into each other because remember, you guys are like mirroring, right? You're the perfect match. Meaning it's not that like, oh, we're exactly the same people. No, like you could be really different, but have the same qualities. Your personalities could be very different. One's quiet, one's more introverted, one's more extroverted. It could be like that, right? It could be very hot, cold, you know, it could be very, very different. But, and it's raining outside too. It's been really stormy the past few days. I don't know if you can hear the rain, it's picking up. you both got in, and you both came closer than anyone else has ever come close before. Maybe, for example, they didn't consider, like Christian Grey, like Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice. They didn't consider, and it's so funny because in all the Bridgertons, they were all capital R rakes who they weren't looking necessarily to fall in love. And then they find the one who gets under their fucking skin, who they push away, who they deny basically at first. And I mean, even in Bridgerton, excuse me, even in Pride and Prejudice, right? Until it just becomes so obvious, but also the obsession starts to grow and they don't know why. How come I can't stop thinking about them? How come when I'm in the vicinity of them, I feel like this, right? Because remember, the physical reaction is the most important. I left when I saw you with someone. This person could be really jealous. It could be territorial. I'm so attracted to you. I mean, duh. We already discussed that. They have this like territorial, possessive kind of an energy, and I'm not saying it's bad either. I'm starting to understand our connection. See, they're starting to piece it together because it's not going away, because it's only growing. And now they're going, oh, it's not just physical. Oh, it's not just coincidence. I feel really happy when I'm thinking of them or talking to them or in the vicinity of them. Oh, it's like they're starting to piece this together, that this is something deeper. There's something there. And for some of you, something's there that wasn't there before. I lost myself for a little while. I replay our conversations over and over. So this person did lose themselves for a while, right? They may have been a fuckface at some point. They may have pulled away, tried to run, push you away, be cold. I want to tell you how I feel. I'm telling you, there's a fucking love confession brewing. I hope that you can forgive me one day. They may have done something, I don't know, stupid, like Beast did in Beauty and the Beast. Like Christian Grey, right? Like Mr. Darcy. Like Mr. Darcy basically insinuated that Elizabeth Bennet was ugly. There's no one here handsome enough to tempt me. Bitch is standing in the room. He's insinuating her too. But he was lying. He was pretending he wasn't fucking madly in love and attracted to her because that he didn't want to get involved in that. Listen, I'm fucking the Beast. I'm cool, calm, and collected. I'm Christian Grey. I'm freaking, you know, one of the dudes in Bridgerton, right? I don't want to look for love. I'm not going to try and settle down, you know, and then here we go. I want to tell you how I feel. This person wants to, it's not even a want. It's going to be obsessive and uncontrollable and like they can't hide it anymore. It's that type of an energy that I feel. Let's get into the tarot. Hermit, see, they kept it to themselves. This is also a person going through self-reflection. They could go through some sort of evolution of soul journey. Six of Cups and Ace of Cups. I told you it's past life. I told you. But see that Ace of Cups? This is because it's a deeper type of a love, because it's different. There's major past lives here. Of course, they're always going to be with someone that you feel this deep connection with. That's why the connection is so deep. That's why they feel so comfortable. That's why it's a stranger you recognize. Okay, but someone here has gone through major self-reflection. This is some sort of awakening. This is some sort of spiritual journey. It's also Virgo, right? But it's some sort of major spiritual journey. They see the light. They start to see the truth. They crack open, but it's a hermit, which means they keep it to self. Because a hermit is all about self. They've kept their feelings of their emotions to themselves. Ace of Wands, but see, now they can't no more. I'm telling you, whether the Ace of Wands represents the confession, whether of how I feel, or whether the Ace of Wands is this example of them reaching out, right? An olive branch, or extending out to say, hey, would you like to go for coffee? Hey, would you like to meet up? This is some sort of an actual action, right? Not just they're daydreaming about you. This is action. They're reaching out because they can't not. And they're gonna fucking play it too. They're gonna play it off. They're gonna try it till it explodes out of them. They'll keep it. Keep it hidden, keep it hidden, keep it hidden, keep it to yourself, keep it hidden, keep it hidden, keep it hidden, poker face, poker face, poker face. Wah! And you know what's gonna be the deciding factor for a lot of them, because it's human nature, is jealousy and competition. Just like in the Bridgertons, you know, there's always somebody there. They're kind of like jealous of death. There's some sort of big change here. But you know, it fell on top of the Hermit because they're going through some sort of change and transformation. And I think what it is that they're different ever since they met you, because you've changed them in some way. It's alchemy. And what is alchemy, right? It's two extremes, two different things that come together and it's just perfect together. I told you earlier you guys would be very different. You'd be so similar because you got to be, if you're a perfect match, you got to mirror. So you guys are mirrored, you're equally yoked, right? You guys are like this, neck and neck, right at that same caliber of vibration. And they weren't at first, clearly. Then they go through some sort of change, some sort of transformation, right? They crack the fuck open with the Hermit card. They start to just ascend a little bit higher to meet you here. And but what it is it's beautiful alchemy. It's like two different people that just fit perfectly, and it creates this perfect balance. You guys balance each other out in this really crazy, amazing way. It just fits perfectly. And surfacely, people might not think so. Three of Pentacles, it's collaboration. They want to get together. They want to get together. Temperance, that's patience. That's the fucking alchemy. We just went all off about that. It's alchemy. Temperance is also Sagittarius energy, right? But that's fucking alchemy. It's also patience. It's a slow burn. Some of you may have met through work, because Three of Pentacles is work, career, right? Because it's working on something, but it's also working together. It's collaboration. It's partnership. Slow burn, but here we have the Lovers. Gemini energy, but that's the Lovers, which means two people come together that are very different, that just fit together perfectly. It's a perfect match. It's also a decision in love. Someone finally made up their mind. Someone finally decided. Someone finally chose. They choose you. You choose them. 10 of fucking Cups. That fucking fairy tale bitch. Fairy tale shit with the 10 of Cups, because it's a fairy tale. It's everything you've ever wanted. It's complete and utter emotional. It's emotional bliss. They just feel it. Emotional bliss when they're with you, near you, thinking about you. And here you have the King of Pentacles, because this is someone who's coming in with an offer. See how he sits on his throne? This person's very, very well manifested. They could be the boss, right? They could own their own business. This is somebody here who's a leader. They're in charge, okay? They are very affluent in some way, shape, or form. But it also makes me feel like they're financially successful, and it's like they're gonna, this is their offer. That's a love offer because it's tangible. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Once they shoot their fucking shot, because they may have skated around the shit, they may have insinuated, they may have wanted to and sort of said something, but it wasn't really fully shooting their shot. When they shoot their shot, you will know. It will be direct. It will be, do you want to meet me for coffee? Would you like to go out on Friday night? They will call, they will text, they will make time. But my point is, and where I'm trying to get to, I'm cooking right now, let me cook. What I'm trying to say is, once it comes out and it's very direct, it's pedal to the metal. It's hammer down, as they say. It's all gas, no brakes. And they're gonna chase very fucking hard. Ding! It's just like that. It's just gonna be this extreme change in behavior, which we've talked about for a very, very, very long time, the Fool. It's just being the Fool and taking a leap of faith. It's taking the leap of faith to say, I don't normally do this. I'm normally not looking for a relationship. I'm not interested in that. But sometimes a person comes along that changes your mind. And sometimes someone comes along and you realize that I cannot live without them. I can, but I don't want to. And sometimes a person comes along and they really are the one. And both parties need to be the fool and take a leap of faith, because a fool is symbolic of jumping into something unknown. And it is unknown for both of you. Neither of you have been in a relationship with someone at this type of a caliber, at this type of, at this place in your life. And it's just going to be very different for the both of you. It's like, I don't know what this is because it's so different from everything else I've ever experienced. And they're going to say, me too. And so you're kind of both going in this blind. You've never experienced this type of connection at all, both of you. You have a Knight of Cups, because it's secret, because they keep it to themselves, because they're poker face, because they don't tell you. They may hint it, they may insinuate it, you might catch whiffs of it, you might think it, but they most certainly have not coughed it the fuck up, and the offer has not been made. Now, for those of you that had an offer, it would have been very recent, but nothing substantial, right? And that's why we don't get all excited about things. The substantial is, would you, one-on-one, would you like to go out on Friday night with me to get dinner? Not, are you going to go to the game? I'll see you there. No, no. It's, what are you doing on Sunday? Would you like to meet me for coffee? It's fucking direct, you and them. It's not skating around. It's not bullshitting. It's not sugar-coated. It's fucking direct, because something is going to change. Ding, just like that. Because the wheel turns, look. It almost looks like a timer, doesn't it? The wheel turns because it's time to fucking leap. Because if you don't leap, another motherfucker will. See, that's going to be their mentality. I've said it for years. Competition smokes them out. Competition will smoke them out. Wheel of Fortune again. Last card, and now the first card here. It says a turning point. Expansive. This is growing, okay? It talks about destiny and fate and fortune and luck and yada hoo yada ha. Bitch, it says turning point. Because that's what this is. It's a turning point in this connection. You go from friends to lovers. Something shifts. Look, you have the rabbits, which is, of course, new beginnings, but rabbits is desire and sex and procreation. Because remember, your first card to get this shit started was sexual encounter. Because you're fucking extremely physically attracted to you. You have the lily. Lily is because you guys are both mature now. You're both experienced. You're both at this like different stage of your life. You know, it's like all of the bullshit you guys have already gone through and learned, and just, it's like this person is in their mature state, but they could have been a capital R rake. There's Scorpio again. There's Scorpio again. Death. Death is endings, bitch. But look, you have the dolphins, which is friendship. It's the end of friendship. It's the end of casualness. That's the turning point. The turning point is you no longer are platonic or friends. You're going to go into something romantic. Because it can't hide it anymore. The Tower, stand alone. This person is someone who's used to being alone. You, them, both of you. I don't want to be alone now that I know you exist. I want to be with you every second of the fucking day. And it's killing me, and I'm hiding it, and I'm dying inside, and it's just going to explode. You have the Scythe, bottom of the deck. The Scythe is a surprise. It's a shock. It's sudden, and it's unexpected. I bet it's going to be a shock. It's just, it's an intense connection. Sometimes you guys think about each other at the same time too. I can feel it. I think they dream about you too. It's so Bridgerton season 3, right? Wake up suddenly, you're in love. Very Billy Ocean, which I've channeled for years. I can't wait for the next half, the second half of Bridgerton season 3 next month, so we can see how it all unfolds. But we know how it unfolds. We already know. You know they're going to end up together. Because they're meant to be. Because she's the one. And he's the one. But there's got to be a bit of a shit. There's got to be shit that happens from that point till you get there. Quite symbolic to this. And for some of you, that second half, part 2 sort of an energy could be relevant too. Right? So you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, like, oh, it's like a cliffhanger. Anyway, let's get into this extended. Again, I remind you, follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. If you want to rent this extended, I don't know why people keep having issues. All of the extendeds are on my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com. You don't need the link below to rent them. You just go to my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com, and it's in the extended reading section in special love/oracle readings. I will continue to work my way through the zodiac signs for June. That's why I started so early, so that I can assure those 12 zodiac signs are ready for you by June. So nobody fucking panic, okay? Give me time. I'm working through it, and I do it in divine timing, okay? Also, what else? Yeah, so if you don't have my link, or you don't want to go type out, you know, my website, just click the word more below this video, and it'll bring up all my links. This is yet another reminder. I'm not doing any personal readings. Zero. I am still trying to catch up with all of the previously requested ones. Please don't send me no money and email me you want me to do a reading. I cannot, and I will not, okay, guys? All right, I'll see you in the extended. Love you, bye.